Howdy y'all, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Ashley Hannah. I'm the Moody Reader, and today we're going to do a comprehensive look at what I want to read for the rest of the year, because since we are in July currently, we're over halfway through, and I'm pleased about what I've read. I've read this many books, and you know, I also want to read a lot more. And we'll see if I get to them. I'm definitely, by no means am I going to read all of these books, but it's a wish list, if you will. So there's a mix of classics and fantasies, and is there some romance on this list? I think it's like thrillers and stuff of that nature, mysteries. So yeah, we're just going to go through some books that I would like to read, and who knows if we'll read them, because we're mood readers here. So the first books I want to talk about are books that I don't currently own, and I'm hoping to own them soon enough, because I'm planning on going absolutely ham for my birthday. I'm going to buy these books probably myself, and it's going to be a consolation for everyone forgetting my birthday every year. But if you guys want to remember it for them, it's September 12th if you want to send me a happy birthday comment. It's my 28th this year. So a book that I really want to get to is, starting off with, is this technically a classic? I don't know. Starting off with Jurassic Park by Michael Crichton. And I want to read this book. I don't know why. I think I want to read this book because I wanted to watch the movie, because, fun fact, I've watched the second and third Jurassic Park movies, but I never watched the first one. And that needs to be remedied. So we're going to watch the first one after we read the book, because that's usually how we do things around here. I like to read the book, then watch the movie. Another book that I would like to get to is, that I don't currently own, is Open Waters by, I don't even know who this is by. I think it's by, well gosh darn, apparently it's called Open Water, singular, and it's by Caleb Azuma Nelson. So I would love to read that one. But again, I don't own that one. And that one's about people who, one is a photographer and one is a dancer. And so it's like you're calling me out. Dancer. So we're going to read that one, hopefully. And I think it's kind of lit ficky, and I haven't read a literary fiction book in a long time. So I need to remedy that pronto. Another book that I want to get to before the end of the year is, Powerless by Lauren Roberts. I don't think I'll like it, so I kind of don't want to buy it. I kind of want to read it from the library, so we're waiting until my hold comes through from the library, but I don't even know what that's about. I don't know what it's about. I just have seen it places, and I know it's tropey, though. I think it's YA, but I'm intrigued. I want to know what people are saying, but I don't want to hear them say it first. I want to read it for myself and then see if I agree with the sentiments. The next book that I would like to read that I don't currently own is Every Time I Go on Vacation, Somebody Dies. Don't know who that's by. Let's see. Every Time I Go on Vacation, Someone Dies by Catherine Mack. I would love to read that book because I've heard that it's a good, I think it looks kind of cozy mystery-like. So I would love to check it out. And I would also like to continue on in the Gemma Doyle, the Sherlock Holmes Bookshop Emporium series. I really like that series, and I'd like to continue on in it. I don't think I own the next one. I think I'm on book 6 or 7, so I want to continue on. It's a cozy mystery. It's just fun and light. So, okay. An author that I would like to dive deeper into is just John Mars in general. I have read The One and The Passengers by him, and they were both great thrillers. So I want to get right into some more of his books. I know that a couple of them are on Kindle Unlimited, and that I want to I just want to get into his backlist, because I just like the way his brain works. And it's not necessarily scary to me, but it's scary. It's scary in a realistic way, in that all of his situations could very well end up happening. So they scare me in that sense. Another author that I would love to read more of is Stephen King, because I finally read a book of his that I liked. I read Misery this, I think in June, I believe, and I really enjoyed it. So I'm like, maybe I should read Carrie, and then I should read something else. But I think I'm going to start with Carrie and then see where I go next, because I didn't like The Shining. So I'm like, any of his big books, I don't know if I want to read those. But the JFK assassination one, I'm curious about that one. So I would love to pick that one up. And then I'm just naming authors at this point. So I read Night of the Living Mannequin. I can't remember if that's the name of it. I read that book last year by Stephen Graham Jones, and I loved it. It was so good. So I want to read more from Stephen Graham Jones, like My Heart is a Chainsaw. And I think he has a new one coming out, I Was a Teenage Slasher. So I wanna pick that one up. I also just want to pick up more thrillers and horror adjacent novels. So I feel like October will be a great time for that. And then I think that's pretty much it on the I don't own them physically side of things. So let's just go into what I do have. So I would love to, I already picked this up, but I want to continue on in Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte. Jane Eyre is one of my favorite books, and that's from her sister, Charlotte Bronte, so I was like, let's pick up Emily's work. And from what I've read, I'm 80 pages in. From what I've read, it truly is a tragedy, not a romance. And I don't know, I know I shouldn't like Heathcliff right now, but I do. I despise Kathy, though, so I want to continue on. I want to finish this book before the year is out. Another book I'm currently reading is Assassin's Apprentice by Robin Hobb. This is book 1 in the Farseer trilogy, and I like this. This is about Fitz, who is the bastard son of the noble Prince Chivalry, and he's raised in the royal courts, and he gets tutored in all sorts of things, and he has this power that I'm really confused about. So I just want to continue on in this one, and it was on my list this year to read a book by Robin Hobb, so we're going to get to it. We're going to finish this one. Another book that I'd like to get to, I kind of already started it, like I'm 2 chapters in. This was when I was just like picking up books and looking into them and being like, okay, I don't want to read this one. Okay, I do want to read this one. And I would love to read East of Eden by John Steinbeck. I read Cannery Row last year, and again, I loved it. So I was like, okay, sign me up for some John Steinbeck. I vibe with his writing, with his prose, with his sentiments. So, from what I can tell from the first 2 chapters, I am going to be tabbing a lot. So I want to pick this up when I have some time to dedicate to it. And that's that. I also want to get to another book that I started and did not finish, Parable of the Sower by Octavia E. Butler. And I need to get to this one because it's set in 2024 for part of it, so I feel like I have to. If I don't finish it, I will be ashamed. You can shame me. Shame. So, yeah. I guess I wasn't in the mood, even though I love dystopian, so I'm not sure what was wrong with me. I think I was just having a moment. I was in a funk, I guess. I don't know. All right, I also want to get to Ray Bradbury's Something Wicked This Way Comes. Murphy Napier sold me on this one, so I wanted to pick it up. And I feel like this is a Halloween-y book, so we either might pick it up during Halloween time, or I missed the boat on the Summerween thing. I don't know why I didn't do it, but I didn't. So I might do my own version of it soon. We'll see. And speaking of Summerween, a book that would go great with that is My Best Friend's Exorcism by Grady Hendrix. What did I read? I read The Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires, I believe it's called. And it was horrific, but it was really good. So I'm curious, and this is very much so 80s vibes, and I can't wait. I also want to pick up some fantasies, So I want to pick up One Dark Window by Rachel Gillig, and I'm not sure I'm going to like this. I feel like this is also a book talk book, but we'll see. I want to give it a chance. Because a lot of my friends have said that it's good. So another fantasy I want to pick up is one that I've already read, and it is The Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss. In lieu of him not putting out the third book in my lifetime, most likely, I just want to reread it. I love this book. Enough said. I have a strange attachment to it, so I want to reread it, and I want to redo the tabs and write in this copy. So yeah, that's what I want to do. That's what I'm gonna do. I don't know why I want to read this. Breakfast at Tiffany's by Truman Capote. I love the movie. 2, I don't have it 2. I just want to read it. I know people say it's not as good as the movie, and I'm okay with that. But I want to see why someone thought, let's turn this into a movie. So, yeah. Oh, I forgot I have another book that I'm currently reading that I would like to finish. And it is Crime and Punishment by Fyodor Dostoevsky. I'm currently in the middle of this one, and it's going well. It's really good. I'm also currently doing a video on it, so I will try and get that up at some point. So that's more incentive for me to finish it, because I have a lot of clips of it, and I'm like, okay, you need to finish this sucker. Okay, other books that I want to reread. Let's just go through the rereads that I want to get through this year, because I feel like, what's the point of having books if you're not going to reread them? So I would like to reread. Everyone knows this. I'm rereading Harry Potter right now. I want to finish the 4th through the 7th books. I might just hunker down and do that in September or November. Who's to say? And then, of course, I want to rewatch the movies. Of course. Another book I want to reread, or book series, I kind of want to reread The Mortal Instruments, because when I was a teenager, that book series had me wrapped around its finger. I was such a fan, and I want to relive the magic. I think that'll always be my favorite series, one of my favorite series. Another book series that I'd love to get to, you know what? The Ember in the Ashes series. Those books were quality fantasy by Sabaa Tahir. Love those books. It's a quartet. It's fantastical, set in like a desert-like setting, and I loved it. So I want to reread it, and it made me cry. I want to cry again. Sometimes I just really want to cry. Oh, I forgot I had one more classic that I want to get to, and it is The Count of Monte Cristo. I don't like this copy that I have, but I would like to get to it because it's critically acclaimed. It's a classic. We're going to get to it. We're going to do it. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe not. It's okay. Exactly. It's okay if none of these books get read. They most likely will, and I've already started many of them. So, thanks for watching. I don't know if anybody watched this video, but if you did, please give it a like, subscribe if you like, and I will see you guys again in the next one.